Wow, we had welcome to the episode of the Wiley Show. I am your host, Wiley. We just left a popping pre-show. A popping pre-show. I was getting in over there. I was dancing, got on my pants, okay? Got on my pants and everything. Y'all may be seated, on and sit on down. We had a popping pre-show. A popping pre-show. I was like dancing and everything. I had to sit on down. All right. A popping pre-show over there on station here. If you have missed it, you have definitely missed a show. And we live. We are live back with another episode, baby. I was checking, the ratings because every day I check the ratings to see how do we do on yesterday, and I was checking the ratings, and we did so well yesterday. I was shocked. I was like, what? The comments, people were commenting, people were sharing. I received phone calls from my fellow colleagues, fellow YouTubers, phone calls, emails, texts from subscribers, from non-subscribers. Everybody has something to say on yesterday's show, and y'all left the comments. And I put a poll out. I said, "Did y'all enjoy today's post?" I meant to say show, but over 60% of people said yes. They agree. They love the show, and it was so much fun. And I was like, I was lit. And I was super late. And let me tell you about yesterday, you guys. I took my medicine yesterday and I did the show and I had a Red Bull and I'm already hyped. I'm already upset. I'm already in attack mode. Already in attack mode for Larry Reed, right? So I didn't even expect that lawyer, Mr. Ponder, which got bad ratings. One of the worst lawyers got bad ratings. Um, I wasn't even expecting Mr. Ponder, Esquire, to come on the show. I wasn't expecting because usually when I call, people don't answer. But I called and that man answered. And when I tell you the response of the interview, the energy that I gave, I was on 10. All right. And I don't regret it. A person called me a top leading YouTuber. I'm not going to say their name, top leading. Almost, I think they're at 1 million subscribers. They're at 1.6 million subscribers. Called me today. And they were saying, do you regret having that conversation with that lawyer? The way that I said no. I said the only regret I had, I should have went harder. The only regret I have, I should have pressed the gas harder on that interview. And that's what I should have did. I should have pressed harder. And I was getting calls and texts. The chat was wild. It was a wild night. And at first I was going to say the chat don't be wild, but I love the chat wild because I'm wild. So I can't tell the chat not to be wild when I'm wild. Okay? I can't be like, well, chat, y'all calm on down. Calm on down, sit on down. Don't y'all be wild. I'm wild. So the chat gonna reflect my personality, and I have a wild personality. So I was definitely going off, and I was reading the comments. Last night before I took my medicine, I did a after show on station here, and I was literally reading the comments, and the comments were dragging me. But I took a poll, and over 60-some percent agreed with what I did, and y'all had called it. It was a good show. Now, it was just really lit. And so once I got over, the show last night, I was bombarded with bad reviews of Mr. Ponder Esquire. All right. Bad, terrible reviews. One lady reached out to me, said he assaulted her, and that she wanted her money back. And really, really bad. I said, he assaulted you? She said, yes. I said, oh my gosh, not this attorney that's supposed to be for the victims. So then there was another person that we read that they were another person that I read that she was trying to get her credit repaired, and he did not repair her credit and literally tried to false fake police reports on her, and she wanted a refund. So wow. So people were definitely, and I just have to say alleged because last night I was talking, I said, well, this is all alleged because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, this all alleged. Then somebody called me from New York City. Let me drink my water, child. Somebody called me from New York City. Saying that some other stuff. Maybe it's a baby out there that ain't being claimed. But they said they got some moti that they were going to send me about this lawyer. And I was like, what? All right. And I wasn't expecting that, y'all. I was minding my own business. Let me first say this. I was minding my own business, one bothering the soul. I called that lawyer because he emailed us. Okay. He emailed us and we called him and he came on the show. And so the floodgates is open. So I'm been bartered with some tea. And I told him, like, keep sending it to me, keep sending it to me, send it to me. And I was like, whoa. And then that lawyer, he's a flop lawyer. He said, well, I'm better than Cardi B lawyer. I'm like, bruh, I checked your history of your cases. You don't have half the cases of wins like Cardi B attorneys. Cardi B attorneys are classy, high class. They don't have children that they don't have babies out there that they don't claim. They're not harassing, S-word harassing their clients. They're really, really good attorneys. And then also, Cardi B attorneys, they were able to find Tasha K. No problem. No process service came up to Tasha K and said, hello, Tasha, you have been served. They served her right outside her house with her African husband. And her African husband said, what do you need with my wife? What do you need with my wife? And that white person said, I just want you to know that we are serving Tasha K with this document and everything like that. And then she had got served. So, but this flop lawyer, he came on the platform and he was like, I'm going to charge, I would pay y'all $100. Then when I told him this is not slavery, then he went on to say, I would charge you $500. I would pay you $500 to find, Larry Reed, to find what was that, Larry Reed and none other than King Jives. Still didn't find him. And I'm like, but what lawyer in his process servers have to be soliciting my audience to help him find these people? Now, mind you, Larry Reed has been doing shows with celebrities. So you mean to tell me you can't get a process server? Also, Larry Reed has been he go to a restaurant, he love to eat. So you mean to tell me you couldn't serve him, right? And you supposed to be this high private attorney? So I reached out to Bishop Whitehead. I said, you need to fire that attorney, all right, and hire Cardi B attorneys because they really, really good, if you really have a case. So we're going to see about that. And I was just literally enjoying myself yesterday. That video got 7.7 million views. I appreciate the love y'all came through. We even have big YouTubers. They come over at the Wiley Show because we get more live people in our chat. So they come over there and look. They go, what Wiley doing? They be in the bushes like, what is he saying today? They be in the bushes and be listening and stuff like that. They be, what is he saying today? What is he saying? And they come on out of the bushes and they drop out of the bushes because they see we have an audience and baby, people tune in to what the Wiley Show is doing. And then we even had some of the subscribers. They were watching and tuning in and say this. And when anybody, let me say this, when anybody say, no offense, or I'm saying this with love, they're about to drag you. If a person say, no offense, or I'm about to say with love, they're about to drag you because you ain't gonna feel no love and you gonna be offended. All right. So when a person say, no offense, okay? When a person say with love, they're about to drag you. So with all that, you just drag me. Don't tell me with love from the bottom of my heart. I'm saying this with love. Don't even say that, you wicked devil. Okay? Just go on and just drag me. But don't you come there and try to manipulate me saying it with love, with honor. I love you, and I'm this and this. And I'm like, okay, you just a wicked, evil devil. Because I didn't feel no love with that. So the flop attorney came over and they was like, he's not a YouTuber. Baby, my producer sent me an email before I was able to clock out of the YouTube space. They sent me a YouTube channel of him, and he is posting court documents, and that is so dry over there. I said he's a YouTuber, and I said that before y'all sent me the clip or the channel. I said, he's a YouTuber. Did nobody want to believe me? He has a whole channel. Don't get that many views. He may get views because you could be no view flop attorney and be one of the highest paid persons out there. The lead attorney was able to do it, and he's a flop attorney because he ain't really had no cases. He really wasn't making money like that as an attorney. He had to go over to YouTube, right? He's another flop attorney, in my humble opinion. So it's a lane out there, but I think that Mr. Ponder got to have a little bit more spice. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more personality. You can't be dry as a rock, because people don't want to watch a dry person just post court documents and just be dry. You got to have a personality when you're doing a show. All right, get you a little tequila, get you a little Red Bull, something to pump up that energy. You know what I'm saying? Just to push it out there, because people don't like to see somebody dry. I was watching somebody out there, and it was real dry. I was like, no, you got to have a personality. I told all of my people that I mentor, I said, one of the top things on being on YouTube, you can't have a dry personality. You gotta, have personality. Because one thing about Wiley, we have a personality, and now people are just subscribing. We have gained 200 subscribers with this month alone. We're close to almost 29,000. And then by the first quarter of 2023, we'll be at 30,000. Second quarter, we'll be at 60,000. Third quarter, we'll be at 90,000. The fourth quarter of 2023, we'll be at 100K. Because people are just subscribing to our show, and I appreciate that. And then you get people. This is another thing you got to watch out too, YouTubers. Okay, you get people that never comment. This is when you know you put on a good show. This is when you know you put on a good show. When people comment that you never seen before. Let me drink some water. They say drink water that you never seen before. Okay. This is when you know you put on a good show. When you got people commenting your chat that you never seen. You got people comment on your video that you never seen before. You get no people. That's when you know you're doing something right. Okay. Okay. That's when you know. And you can have the best camera that money can buy, but that don't mean nothing if you don't have no audience. You can have the best. I've watched channels with HD cameras out this world, the best editor out this world, but don't nobody watch. You can have the best HD quality that money could buy, but if you don't have an audience, you just have a channel with good quality. All right. So, yesterday, I wasn't expecting this show yesterday, and then on yesterday, we had the crackhead sister called in. Oh, they sent me an email because they wanted some money, and we exposed the scam. Okay. We exposed the scam that they tried to scam us to bury a crackhead. And we exposed the scam. We exposed it, right? So they come in and send me emails, send me something about the Cash App, send me all of that stuff about the Cash Apps and this and that, and how much it costs, $9,000. I said, we ain't paying that. I ain't giving it to my audience. First of all, I come first. I'm top priority over here. All right? We exposing that scam. Right? If you ain't got money to bury, she was a crackhead. Put her in a crack house somewhere. So, she was a crackhead. It wasn't like she was a good, holy woman or something like that. If you live that type of way, I'm not going to waste my money on no crackhead. I told my own family I had an aunt. Her name was Aunt Barbara. Aunt Barbara was a crackhead. So when Aunt Barbara died, we let the state take care of her. I said, we ain't wasting a dime on Aunt Barbara. They said, Wiley, can you give to Aunt Barbara because she died and we need to get to her funeral? I said she was a hoe and she was a crackhead. And if she didn't have enough money to bury herself, I'm not donating a dime. She was a crackhead. So why would I donate a dime to a known crackhead? If she got to go, don't call me. And I hung up the phone. All right? I didn't even go. So in honor of her birthday, I got high. Not on crack, though. I got high. I got high on some weed. I smoked me a good fat blunt. I was in Chicago, and Aunt Barbara, she died. So in honor of Aunt Barbara, I went in my house, and I went and got me a big blunt, and I smoked a blunt for Aunt Barbara. But I didn't waste my money because Unbribable was a crackhead. So why would I waste some money on the crackhead? She ain't up there with the angels. That I don't think. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's her soul. Her soul, they say your soul is rested. So why do we need to waste our money to all that she was a crackhead? Because if I would have got up there, I would say, well, yeah, she died from crack. What more can we say? What can we say for the eulogy? She wasn't a good woman. She stole my toaster. Yeah, Barbara, she did. So I had a Miss Goldstein gave me a nice toaster. All right. It was nice. It was like a gold toaster. It was a special gold toaster, and with my initials ingrained in the toaster. It was a custom-made toaster, right? It made some good toast. And Miss Goldstein, she said, for your birthday, for your 21st birthday, I'm gonna buy you a gold toaster with your name, your initials engraved in the gold toaster. So, I'm making my toast, and I invited Miss, Barbara over for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? She's a crackhead, so she need to eat. She was hungry. So, she got in the shower and everything like that. And I made my toast to her and everything like that. And I went on and took me a shower because I had to get ready, to go to work. So I went back to the kitchen, and my gold toaster with my name engraved is gone. And Barbara was gone. Barbara stole my toaster. And so now Barbara, she gone and stuff like that. And I was still mad about that. And I told the family, I said, if y'all raise money for her for burial, make sure y'all put $3,000, give it to me from that gold toaster that Barbara made, that Barbara stole from me, that she stole from me. I want my gold toaster, and I still miss that gold toaster. So, so I didn't give to my own. So if I didn't give to my own aunt that was a crackhead, what I look like giving to a crackhead on the internet? What I look like giving to a crackhead that was on the internet? Absolutely not. I'm not going to waste my funding. Y'all can waste, and y'all not even giving. So come on now. And I said, listen, some of the producers that don't even give that suggested this, they said, Wiley, they in my DM. Excuse me. You need to get to LA to go to the trial. I wasn't thinking about going to the trial to cover it. And I was like, okay, so let's raise $5,000. We didn't even raise a thousand. We was close to raising 1,000, but we didn't get there. So I think the trial starts on tomorrow. I said y'all didn't raise the money, so we're not gonna be able to get there. So all the money that was raised, we're gonna reiterate it into the channel, and I'm gonna use other stuff with the funding, right? And keep on giving, don't stop, because we're gonna put it back into the channel and everything like that. And I said, wow. I said, okay. And I said, the people that suggested this didn't even give a dollar, didn't give a dime, but they suggested. And I said, it's good for suggestions, but it takes money to travel, right? I got to get a microphone. I'm going to the Guitar Center because one of our producers, they donated money for me to get a hand microphone. Because, sometimes I like to walk around with my hand microphone. I like this microphone, don't get me wrong. But the hand microphone, I'm a preacher at heart. So I like to walk around and talk to my audience with the hand, excuse me, with the hand microphone. So I'm gonna definitely get one of those. So I'm gonna go to the either I'm gonna look on Amazon or I'm gonna look on the Guitar Center to see which one is cheaper, right? So all of that situations happen, and and we're gonna reinvest it, back into the Wiley Show platform. All right. Okay, and we will appreciate that. So that is how we're gonna do that. But again, if you want to see more of me traveling around the country, it costs us coins to travel around the country. Thank you to people that have donated, contributed to the show. Y'all are giving even more. We even got more members, more members, like that, because we don't do no refunds over here at the Wiley Show. We never done that. It was a lady that I fell out with this lady, and she bought me a flash screen, a 32-inch flat screen TV, and she fell out with me. And she said, give me my TV that I bought you. I said, ma'am, you ain't getting it back. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Ho. I said right now, I said, you ain't giving back because you gave it out of goodness of her. You gave it, right? And you sent this was the first gift that I ever received from Walmart that I had to pick up. I never had to do that before. And it was a pickup. She shipped it to the nearest Walmart where I lived at. And I went and I picked it up. And she said, can she get it back? I said, you ain't getting it back. I said, you can't get your money back from Bishop so-and-so. And you ain't getting it back from me. Get someone, sit on down. You give to me, you ain't getting it back. All right? And then Malago Grams, she came in the chat and said, let me tell you about liars. and how they try to manipulate my mind because they think I'm slow. So Malago Graham's coming in the chat. She said, "Oh, you remind me of my brother." That's what she said. And I'm gonna bless you with a futon. Bless you with a futon. I didn't even ask the lady for a futon. So I went on and got the futon. It was all hard, and ain't nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with the futon, but it was all hard and stuff like that. I was like, okay, it'd be great for the futon. So when I moved, I had bought a brand new bed because I had bought a brand new bed for my show. Then I got to replace that bed. Anyway, she walked that in. She told her audience in Discord, I bought Wiley a futon, lying demon. So she bought me a futon. It wasn't Amber. She bought me a futon. And we fell out. And then she told our audience and said, hey, you ain't getting it back. Right. And we sent her money for her birthday. So for her to get some Buffalo Wild Wings, you ain't getting it back. You the one that called me and stuff like that. And if you want that futon back, go get it out the trash. Because when I moved, I didn't upgrade from it. And then now I'm gonna upgrade because I want me another bed. And we're gonna put the funds. I want me another bed and stuff like that. And that's how we're gonna get it. Thank you so very much, KO, for donating. Thank you so very much, Peaches, for donating. Thank y'all so very much. Because it goes back into the platform. We bought a brand new $1,000 gaming computer with a flash screen. We got a gaming laptop. We got a mixer. We got a mic. We get other stuff we added on, and we greatly appreciate that. And it was uncomfortable in the first place. You should have bought me a real bed. You got it. And brought me a futon. She didn't care. She just wanted to do stuff so she can drag me. But guess what? You can drag me all day. But guess what? You can drag me all day, but it ain't gonna work because at the end of the day, we still here. Just because you got me a futon, hold on. Just because you got me a futon, that don't mean nothing that you control me. Just because you bought me a futon don't mean that you can control my platform. Just because you went in your pocket and used some of the my radio funding to buy me a futon don't mean that I'm going to be your guard dog. You got to do a little bit more for me to be your guard dog. I'm talking about in the millions. Got to be a little bit more. So just because you bought me a hard brick futon don't mean that you have my loyalty. It costs more to become and get my loyalty. Okay? So give me a real bed, something I can hold on to and cuddle with. So that don't mean nothing. You ain't gonna have my control. That hard brick county jail bed that they have in the county jail. You want my loyalty? It's in the millions. Bought me that hard brick futon, hard. So, but I did get it in that futon too. I remember back in Chicago, I was living with my good friend Jonathan. He's a drug addict right now. But I was living with him on 77th and Jeffrey. 77th and Jeffrey. On the east side of Chicago. I lived on the east side. And it was a futon because my air mattress bust because I was doing activities on the air mattress, doing hard activity. I was getting it in on that air mattress and it burst. It was somebody I met off of I think it was BGC. I don't even think Jack existed, but it was one of them apps and it burst. It was destroyed. So we had a futon, but the futon broke and it was just a mattress. And it was real hard, but I got so much love on that mattress. It was so many cum stains, so many stains, all type of stains on that mattress. But I did what I had to do, right? And I appreciate that. I did a lot of activities on there on that mattress. Okay. If I was into women back, like if I was really really getting in with women during that process, I would have probably had I'd had a big family. Oh, yes. Because did I get it in on that? I got it in on that mattress. All right. I mean, I got it because back then I was skinny back then. I ain't all the way, I'm thick now. I'm thick. Okay. I'm thick now. I was real, you know what I'm saying? I was real thick back then. I mean, no, I wasn't thick. I had a, of course, I was thick back there, but I was much, much, much smaller than what I am today. And I really, really appreciate that. Hold on one second. I think my groceries is here. Give me a sec. I think my groceries is here. Let me see. I think my groceries is here. Oh yes, my groceries is here. Because somebody donated, they wanted me to have some groceries. All right, so I got the groceries. Somebody sent a donation. She said, "Wiley, this is for your groceries." Baba, no. So they got the groceries. Okay, so I got chicken, coffee, and chicken breasts, chicken wings. I got all type of stuff in here. So give me a second while I put this stuff up. Got chicken breast. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay. All right, I'm coming back in the room. Y'all may be seated. All right. Okay. All right. I told y'all this show gonna get real. This show gonna get real, real ghetto. All right. So I had to give me some from Kroger's. We thank that viewer. Thank you, Miss Johnson, for that donation to bless us with groceries today. Don't get mad that I have followers that give to our show. Okay. Don't get mad because we worked hard for that. Okay. I wasn't on the county bus, but I was on the city bus. And so we are on over here. All right. So I really, really appreciate that. All right. Now what we had. So I just had to talk about that and really, really get that in. All that and stuff like that. And I'm all out of breath for doing that work because I need to work out because I gained all that weight. So I need to lose that weight. All right. Glory. Because wow. All right. So but yeah, they contributed to the show, and I appreciate that for the love and everything like that. So let's get into the show. I just have to open up with that. Is that all right? We open up. We had to do the opening, all right? Okay, because there wasn't too many topics to talk about in this show. So I had to give y'all some story times. I had to give y'all an opening because there wasn't too many shows that it wasn't too many topics to talk about in this particular show. All right, no energy drink. All right, because I could be wild without an energy drink, and we drinking water. All right, so I just want to tell you that right now. All right, so y'all may be seated because again, when a man, I'm telling you, when a man hold on 1 second. Let me say, when a man sit down there up, y'all, the women pose a stand. And then I say, you may as you were. And then when I sit down, as you may be seated. That's how it's supposed to be. And on this show, that's a respect factor. So if you see me in person, have a seat. All right. Stand up when I come on there and then have a seat. All right. I just want to tell you that, okay? So if you don't like that, it is what it is. Okay. Let me see where we're gonna start at, and we're gonna start with Mississippi. Child, when I tell you Mississippi is one of the worst states in the United States of America, and if I have some Mississippi people in here, don't take offense, but y'all are living in one of the nastiest states in America, one of the poorest states in America. So we had in Mississippi, they're in the rural areas, right? In the predominantly white areas and where poor and white and black folks, their hospitals are shutting down right now because of lack of funding. So shout out to our producer They sent it to me and they wanted to talk about this. The hospitals is definitely shutting down because of lack of funding. But again, a lot of these poor people from Mississippi, from the country, they voted in people that's against their interest. They're voting in these Republicans that's not putting funding, that's not expanding Medicaid. And what happened? There are, their hospitals are shutting down. These hospitals can't make it without the expansion of Medicaid. It's so sad. So when I saw the news, I said, this is regular. A lot of Mississippi don't have their teeth. A lot of them can't read. A lot of the women don't have any sense. That's why, they so we're in the trailer park. And it's a lot of black folks that be on the road with their feet and get all the dirt on their feet and stuff like that. No education, no high school diploma. They just know how to make love and cook a good Southern meal, right? And a lot of times they eat unhealthy. They eat hog maw, they eat greens, they eat with hot sauce, they eat all that grease. They eating chitlins with grease, they eating all this stuff, and then they got to go to the hospital, the hospital, because they say hospital, and their hospitals are shutting down because the politicians not investing, and all they doing is making babies, and all they doing eating all this stuff, overweight, all the pressure, all that hot sauce, all that grease, and they got clogged arteries, diabetes, and hypertension, and all of that. And then they got to go to the hospital, all right? And then when they go to the hospital, they got to go 30, 35, 45 miles, 50 miles away from their nearest town or city because the hospital have been shut down. So no, I don't want to go to Jaxn, Mississippi. No, I don't want to go no part of Mississippi. Now, I would love to go visit because there's somebody in Mississippi that I would love to, okay, I would love to get it in with. It's somebody that I really, really like. They live in Mississippi, all right? And so I want to go there and just stop by and do all right? But would I like to go there and live? Absolutely not. That's one of the poorest states in America. All right, they get the most money for the federal government because if the federal government did not leave them, it would be a lot of hungry people, and there's still a lot of hungry people in Mississippi. All right, and I know a lot of people probably from Mississippi. Why are you talking about my state, Mississippi? Well, it's my opinion because I don't lie, and I got the facts that back it up, and I got the producers to back it up because I had a producer that sent this to me, and they said these words. They said, "Can you talk about they said now the story that needs more attention?" I was like, okay. So one of the producers reached out to me, and this is according to PBS.org. Half of Mississippi rural hospitals are at risk of closing down. This is written back a couple of weeks ago. Over half of Mississippi rural hospitals are at risk of closing immediately or near future, according to the state leading public health official. Dr. Daniel, the state health official, spoke to state senators of a hearing Monday about the financial pressure on Mississippi hospitals, said 54% of the state rural hospital, 38 could close. The potential closure threatened to exacerbate poor health outcomes in one of the nation's poorest states. Okay, this is the situation that is intolerable from an economic standpoint. To lose 50% of our hospitals in this state, much less from an access to care perspective. Rural hospitals were under economic strain before C-19 pandemic, and that the problems have worsened and as costs to provide care have increased. Mississippi high number of low-income, uninsured people means hospitals are at risk for more uncompensated care. And at the time, labor costs weigh on hospitals as they struggle to pay competitive wages to retain staff. The costs on a income statement for a hospital have skyrocketed, says Scott Christian, chair of the Mississippi Hospital Associated Board of Governors. The liability on the balance sheets of hospitals around the state have reached unsustainable levels given what we face. All right. So it's a strain on the Delta. It's a strain on that. And so again, if their governor will expand Medicaid, if they will increase the minimum wage, then maybe people can get on some type of healthcare plan that they can afford, but they can't. And so again, because it's poor, the minimum wage in Mississippi is still $7.25. It's really, really sad. I'm not going to try to talk about Mississippi, but again, according to the reports, according to PBS, it's one of the poorest states in the nation. According to senators, according to other government officials, it's one of the poorest states. Again, but y'all keep voting in the same people and keep getting the same results. What is that? That's a sign of a mental disorder. When you keep voting in the same people and you keep getting the same results and your hospitals are shutting down. If I were you, Republican people, if I were you, Republican black folks or black folks that don't contribute or invest or vote or whatever, you should vote people in that's going to help you and to keep your hospitals open. All right. So the minimum wage needs to be increased not only on the federal level, but the minimum wage needs to be increased on the state level in Mississippi as well as Texas, all over. The minimum wage needs to be $25 an hour. I'm gonna say it again. The minimum wage, type this in the chat, need to be $25 an hour. The minimum wage needs to be $25 an hour. The minimum need to be $25 an hour because of the high cost of rent, the high cost of mortgages, the high cost of cars, the high cost of health insurance, the high cost of groceries. The minimum wage need to be $25 an hour. The minimum wage need to be $25 an hour. And that is what I believe. And that is what I stand for. And if I'm your next president, whenever I turn 35 years old to be able to run for president, I will make sure that we stand at the minimum wage become $25 an hour. Don't let nobody tell we can afford it, because if we can send money over there, over countries, and get money for war, the minimum need to be $25. So as your next president, if you vote me to be your next president, I will make sure on the first day in office that I will make an executive order to make the minimum wage $25 an hour. And if that gets thrown out of the courts, I will make sure that I pressure Congress and the Senate to make the minimum wage $25 an hour. Thank you so very much. This was really, really great, man. I didn't know we was gonna have a heated show like this, but again, I appreciate the love and I feel it in my spirit the minimum wage, because that will help so many people. It's not like once you make minimum wage that you will be rich. No, making minimum wage is so you can afford to pay your bills. And if you have children, daycare costs is high. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really high to bring your kids and bring your kids into daycare. It's really, really high to even do so. All right. So last night I was listening to Kanye West on Clubhouse. You all still listen to people on Clubhouse? So shout out to one of my producers. They were watching Kanye West on Clubhouse. And while watching Kanye West on Clubhouse, he was saying a whole lot of stuff, talking about the Jews, talking about everybody like that. And he was just going in. And so Meek Mill, I want to read this off the TMZ. They said Meek Mill apparently finds the idea of Meek Mill being a high-ranking celebrity that to be taken seriously laughable. To which Meek said, "Hey, at least I still have my wits about me." The Philly rapper responded to a Clubhouse chat that Ye participated in this weekend, during which he mentioned Meek being part of a group of stars who Kanye suggests were being rallied to rein him in his ongoing media appearances. Ye apparently referencing someone else planned to confront Ye, which sounds like an intervention setting, name dropping Diddy and Dave Chappelle, and then Meek, which made Kanye West laugh out loud uncontrollably for several seconds. He added, "What makes somebody think Meek Mill could say something to me?" Somebody else on Clubhouse tried defending Meek, saying he's a gangster, but Ye wasn't buying it. He said this, "Well, Meek Mills himself got wind of the shade, and he fired back with the pretty spicy comments of his own. He took to Twitter Sunday and wrote, 'Never lost my mind for fame or money. I still have my family. My people respect me. I'm freeing people from prison. Yikes. I'm doing community service all month with children, up close and personal.' Meek add, 'I'm chilling with my son and his friends today. Y'all on Clubhouse at 50, LOL. Meek and Kanye West have been on a fairly good terms in the past, having attended the same events, posing the same shots. Even Meek Mill has even gone so far as to say recently that he used to find Kanye to be a huge source of inspiration early in his career. Used to no love lost. Now is saying, let me tell you this: y'all need to stop paying attention to Kanye West. He's manic, all right? And when you are manic, you gonna say a whole lot of stuff out your mouth. Out your mouth. All right. So he's manic, He's going off on people, and y'all allow him on Clubhouse. Y'all allow him on Twitter. Y'all allow him on YouTube. Y'all allow him in the media. Don't pay Kanye no mind. He's not well. He is manic. That's why sometimes he's pro-black. That's why sometimes he's not so pro-black. That's why sometimes he's talking about the Jews. That's why sometimes he's not talking about the Jews. So he is manic. He needs medication. He needs to be detoxed in somebody's hospital, right? So don't pay that man no mind. And so he can't really get attention on mainstream media. And now he's on the Clubhouse. Who goes on Clubhouse? You 50-something years old, and you on Clubhouse talking about people. And then he wasn't even on Clubhouse under his name. He was under somebody else's account on Clubhouse. So, and I get it, because the reason why y'all give Kanye West the attention is because Kanye West brings the ratings. Because when Kanye West talk, people talk about him. So when Kanye West do videos, people talk about him. When Kanye West get on the media, people talk about him. So I get it. But he was on Clubhouse, right? Don't nobody really check for Clubhouse. Clubhouse has been there for a while. And the people that's over there just overtalk. It's real ghetto or ratchet because you can't get your point across. It's 30 other people on stage. You really can't even talk and get a point across, okay? So I used to be on Clubhouse maybe about a year or two ago when it was a waiting list to be on Clubhouse. When everybody couldn't get into it, it was more exclusive. But now since they opened the floodgates for everybody to be on Clubhouse, it ain't popping like it used to. It used to be popping back in the day. So I'm not paying Kanye no mind. He lost his wife because he went cuckoo. He got to pay child support because he went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So I'm not understanding that. I'm not voting for Kanye West in 2024 because I don't understand. Maybe one day he be for us, one day he's not. I can't be for a president that is unstable, right? I'm not, he's very unstable. He's more unstable than Donald Trump. So no, I will not be showing or supporting or putting boots on the ground or donating my $10 to his campaign. I'm going to hold on to my $10. I may give it to somebody else that may run. I'm going to see what Joe Biden is going to do. I'm going to see how this is cancellation of student debt going to do. And then maybe he will get my $10 donation. So I'm holding on to my $10. I've had some good days. I'm not going to donate to Kanye West. I'm going to hold on to my $10. All right. I'm going to hold on to my $10. So I don't know if I'm going to contribute to him at all. So again, Kanye, get it together and just take his meds. I take my meds. That's why I didn't do no show earlier today. And I was tired, baby. I took that medication. I got on stage. She had a halfway sleep. And I said, yeah, y'all, I'm about to do my thumbnail. I'm about to go live. Baby, I took me another nap because when you're on medicine, you gotta sleep during the day. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? You get balanced. If I did take my medicine, I'd be wow. And some of y'all would like that a wildness, right? Just like last night, y'all thought I didn't take my medicine. I was medicated, baby. I was just heated and ready to go, baby. That's how that goes. All right. But we will send Kanye West. We sent Kanye West team an email. We would love to interview Kanye West. Bipolar to bipolar, manic to manic. We send him a message and we definitely get him on there. Meek Mill, you need to release a new album because I like your music, Meek Mill. Don't get me wrong, I love your music. So you need to come out with a new album, sir. All right. And Kanye West, I listened to your album, spent $200 on this device, and now they removed your album. We spent $200 on this, on this player. $200. Well, I didn't spend it. The audience donated for me to get it. And your album is awful. So I can't even listen to 24 hours. 24 hours. I can't even listen to your music because of your wicked ways and because of your mouth on this stem player. Thank you. On this stem player, they removed your album. So I can't even listen to your album, right? It doesn't make any sense. Let's move on. We got 546 people. Make sure y'all like the video. Like. 546 people, 546 million people tuning in to the Wiley Show. I appreciate that. 550 million people. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. 550 million. Hold on, y'all. Keep on that way. All right, somebody at my door. I got a little dip, a little dippy dip. They at my door. So I gotta open up the door and get those situated and stuff like that. I got some fresh towels out. Hey, hold on, let me you can watch something on Netflix. I'm doing my show, so you can watch something on Netflix. I'm doing my show. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing my show. All right, doing my show, getting my show together. Yeah, so going there. The food not ready. I know I told you the food's gonna be ready, but the food is not ready. All right. The food is not ready. It'll be ready once I get done with the show. I'm gonna probably done about 30, 35, 45 minutes. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So yeah, so wow, where we at? So we was talking about Kanye West. We was talking about Meek Mills. Okay. All right. Let's go to the other topic here. Okay. Yeah, All right. All right. Okay. Derrick Jaxn. Shout out to Derrick Jaxn because the new woman that he upgraded with is definitely beautiful. And from what I'm hearing, she's much better than that low energy, unattractive wife. And so, Derrick's wife was unattractive. And so his new girlfriend is way more attractive than he is. I don't know if y'all seen his soon to be new wife or soon to, I don't think they're gonna get married because he's just gonna be doing real nasty things for her. I think that he is very, very, very good. And everybody, and of course, we post this on our Instagram. We said such an upgrade, picked another great woman. I'm looking forward to your teaching about relationships. So of course, people are responding to it. If you want to see the picture exclusively, go to our Instagram page. If you want to see that picture exclusively, go to Instagram page because from the body, because she was very unattractive, very missionary style. So again, his new beautiful woman. I don't want to call her a mistress. She's too beautiful for that. Very, very beautiful. She don't have on a bonnet. She know how to dress exotic, and all of that. And she's very exotic. So we definitely going to see about that with that. And so I know a lot of people don't like it, but she was very unattractive and she wasn't a number 10. She was a 4 at best and everything like that. She should have spent less time reading and actually putting more time knowing how to cater to her husband. All right. And she definitely did a terrible job. And I know people are not going to agree with me and they got their own thoughts about that. But this is me being honest. She should have just, spent more time putting out spells and worked on her body and worked on her image. And she definitely just was a number 4 at best. And I know people ain't gonna like it. Then they're gonna say Wiley Samuels. And again, I don't know why they want to call me Wiley Samuels. I just have my thought, and I'm just gonna give my thoughts about it. I know a lot of people don't like it, but clearly you see her in that picture, very unattractive, and then she got dumped. And so a lot of women were mad. Especially a lot of women that are not really that good looking on the good looking department. They were offended and upset. They were like a number 3 at best. And they were really, really offended by this. And I said, hey, you're going to upgrade. There's nothing wrong with upgrading. I think if you, and Dr. Umar said something, that if you an alpha male, that you supposed to have more than one wife. If you're an alpha male, you supposed to have more than one wife. You know what? For Dr. Umar, even though he's a scammer, I agree. I'm an alpha male. So I need about 4 wives. Because I'm an alpha male. I just can't be, I would not be faithful to one woman. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I would not be faithful to one woman. I need to have multiple wives. Because I just need that. In my African motherland, they believe that they have multiple wives, and I'm gonna have to have about 2 or 3 wives, okay? And she have to be okay with that, in my humble opinion, right? So again, we want to shout out to Derrick Jaxn, new exotic wife. and we're gonna wish him well. And when he teach about relationship, we're gonna buy his course. We're gonna see how his course is gonna go, and all of this, and we definitely gonna be great. And so we definitely gonna have amazing four wives. I want them to be educated, PhD, master's degrees, owning businesses and companies, so they can definitely put in the work. So again, we want that. And so we definitely. I'm talking to a woman right now, and I already told her that I need more than one wife. We working on her English because she don't know how to speak good English yet. So again, so I'm working on her, and I told her, I said, you need multiple wives, and so she got a couple of friends that are interested in me. So again, I don't want them to be too many black women, because again, black women don't like that type of thing. So I'm more so on the people that are exotic, that don't speak a lot of English, that you teach them English, and that everything like that. So I'm really teaching her words cook. I'm teaching her words clean, and I'm teaching her word obey. So a lot of black women ain't gonna really go with that. So I won't be, unfortunately, marrying a lot of black women. So again, I'm teaching her about air fryer. I told her that word. I told her the word fried chicken. So now, do you want the fried chicken? Fried chicken. So we definitely teach her those words. I teach her stand. You stand up, and you stand and stuff like that. So that is what we teaching her with it. So again, we might bring her over and let her, we might introduce her, on the channel and show her love. But that's what I have to say about Derrick Jaxn. Okay, now let's get into this attorney. Let's get into Larry Reed. Let's get into King Jives. Now, mind you, I reached out to King Jives, Larry Reed, and everything like that, but the person that responded back to us was King Jives. So King Jives, excuse me, let me see if I can find it. I reached out to King Jives. Where is he at? Where is he at? Hold on. I don't know if I could, because I reached out to King Jives. If I could, I want to repeat what he said verbatim. Let me check my DMs. Give me a second here. King. Okay, let me see. Okay. He said question. He posed a question, but I said that was yesterday. I said, oh, okay, so what happened? I said, quote, the attorney for Bishop Whitehead came on my show saying you are hiding for the process server. And King Jive said, well, that's a lie. You hear me? He said, that's a lie. So why did that flop attorney come on the show lying? Why? You said that they hiding. But King Jive said that's a lie. So I don't know what to believe. So, I have Larry Reed back. I got a phone call saying, will Larry Reed stand up for you like you standing up for him? Yes. In that regard. And don't try to use it with, well, I don't understand why you got Larry Reed back and stuff like it. I'm gonna have his back. Are you mad? Are you mad? That man have blessed us by giving us good prophecy. His Patreon had blessed us. So, I will never forget he said in his Patreon that this is the month of decision. I missed this prayer call, but I'm going to catch the replay. I missed the prayer call this morning and stuff like that, but I missed the replay and stuff like that. So that lazy attorney, he too busy trying to be a YouTuber, buying HD cameras with the folks, with his clients' money, and can't even find Larry Reed, a public figure. And y'all talking about, ooh, he looks so good. And he don't even want women. And y'all ready to throw y'all panties at him. Don't even want y'all. All right? Don't even want. He want men. And y'all ready to throw y'all panties. He wants your husband. That's who he want. Jives not hiding. You paying them people $60 an hour. Pay them $600 an hour. King Jives and Larry Reed. And Bishop's supposed to have the money. He's supposed to be rich. He's wearing Gucci thongs. So of course he should have the money to serve somebody. Anytime you wear Gucci thongs, you should have the money with gold trim. So if you could afford Gucci thongs with gold trim, with gold trimming, you could afford to serve Larry Reed and King Jives. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, do anybody want to call in? The phone lines is open 646-716-8447. 646-716-8447. Do we have the Icon New York, Voice of New York, Brother Tommy? I don't think Brother Tommy gonna call in today because we ain't talking about Nicki Minaj. If we were talking about Nicki Minaj, she'll call in. Yeah, Gucci thongs. I know a man that got on Gucci thongs now. All right. Thank y'all so very much. All right. So we're gonna drop the link. We've been on here for an hour. Now it's the time for y'all to talk. I gave y'all an hour show. Now is the time for y'all to talk. The phone lines is open. Does this lawyer have a better track record? No, he don't have a better track record than Ogre. Wiley, why did you say the lies you tell when that man said he was the lies you tell? All right. It is what it is. Okay. All right. So again, because I don't have to be on here all day because I got a date. All right. I don't know why people keep asking me what happened to Trent. What happened to Trent Scott? I don't know. I'm not telling nobody what happened to Trent Scott. So somebody died on my Facebook page, one of my Facebook friends, and I've been bombarded with DM saying that how did he die? And I'm not telling nobody. I'm gonna keep that private because that ain't none of my business. To that ain't none of my business to tell me how did he die because that ain't none of my business. He passed away. Where's his concern? Okay, I'm waiting on y'all to call in. Thank y'all so very much for that. And we posted some stuff. Well, it really ain't a day. We about to get it in. Phone lines is open. 9561. Call you live on the air. Welcome. Oh, welcome to this. I think they said I can't hear. Oh, hold on. I think they said I can't hear. Hold on, y'all. I think it ain't gonna work. All right. So I'm gonna drop the station here link. Hold on me 1 second, you guys. Let me drop the station here. I mean the StreamYard because Blog Talk is breaking up. I can't hardly hear y'all on Blog Talk. So y'all hit the link. Let me get the number off because sometimes Blog Talk is like acting up right now. Give me a second because on Blog Talk is not really working. So let me. All right. So 32 yeah 3286. You can hit the link because Blog Talk not working. You heard me? All right. Thank you. All right. Let me get that out because it's breaking up. I can't hear nothing. Let me get the thing off of here. There we go. Because Blog Talk is acting up. There we go. Thank you. All right. Because it's acting up. Welcome to the show.
Mr. Wiley,
Welcome.
this is Mr. Jefferson here from Mississippi. I was calling in on your show because I don't appreciate you, Wiley, talking about Mississippi that way. I may have two front teeth, Wiley, and my sister just might be my cousin. And yes, I do live on the trailer park, but I don't appreciate you going in on Mississippi, boy. You don't know anything about Mississippi because I hear in Mississippi we have what you call a community. A community that stands by the people. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to Mississippi near the Pank, but over here we got some good old people here on down South Wiley. So why was you talking about Mississippi that way?
All right. I think Mississippi is one of the worst states in our union. And again, a lot of my family's from Mississippi, but they left Mississippi and we never returned back. So it's like one of the worst places ever. So that's just my thoughts. Thank you so very much for calling in.
Wiley. Wiley, no, I'm just kidding. This ain't on. No, Wiley, listen, you have got a great show today. But I wanted to talk about Kanye West really fast. I think you're absolutely right. Kanye West is delusional. Now that he has lost his billionaire status, he's basically going downhill. I mean, people were still interviewing him constantly, and it's just at a point where it's like nonsense. Like you want to sit there and continue to hear his nonsense, hear his rant about Rosa Parks and about Meek Mill and about the slaves and all these people. And it's like, what are you saying? And you're right. He's not taking his medication. I don't know if he's listening to his doctors or his doctors or nurses or anything, but he's clearly not taking the initiative. Now, I didn't call him on the show the other day, but I want to talk about the lawyer. Now, you guys mentioned that, yes, he had a microphone, he had a camera, and he also had a headset, Wiley. And it was really funny because people say like, Wiley, I don't think you should have went on in on him. And honestly, I enjoyed it. I thought that it was hilarious. I think it was hilarical. It was hilarious. It was funny to me that he was throwing all these things and he's over here soliciting the fans to allegedly find King Jives and Larry Reed, and so it was just comical. I agree with you. He probably is a clout chaser. He's doing it for the Wiley Show because that you have an audience of people that watch the show, and so it was just too much. And then I also want to talk about you mentioned what was mentioned on the show today? About I forgot Kanye, about how Kanye was, mentally unstable. And I think at this point the Kardashians have something to do with that. I don't know what they got behind the scenes or whatever. I don't know if they slipping him some kind of some crazy drug or something like that, but he's clearly not in his mental right set of mind. And what I also wanted to ask you, who's coming over tonight? What kind of boo thing you got coming over?
Oh,
What's
that's
going
private.
on?
That is private. All right, that's my private business.
You got the chicken cooking, the dough, the
Uh,
groceries being delivered,
okay,
everything.
okay.
But no, I'm not mad at you, Wiley, and
Right,
I love your show, and I'm always rooting for you, wishing you well.
right.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you so very much. Okay, bye bye. Oh man, I'm sorry, y'all. When I actually sometimes I don't even be looking at the chat. I be looking at other things on social media that's going on. All right. Hello, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley, how are you?
Doing wonderful.
I just had an observation. I watched the shows yesterday,
Yes.
and what do you think? Oh, do you think that Tasha K could have been feeding Daryl Moore this whole time with Larry Reed?
No,
You don't think so?
no. Daryl has been obsessed with Larry for years.
I know he's been obsessed, but he was so confident in the information that he had.
No, I believe because Daryl was exposing Larry Reed, the person reached out to reached out to Daryl. I don't think Tasha had anything to do with that because if she did, she would do the talking because she wasn't even real cool with Larry then. Daryl put it out there because if you keep talking about somebody gonna be like, oh, I know this person. Oh, I know this. Let me send them this, and that's how that happened. She didn't have nothing to do with that. Just like when Mr. Ponder came on the show, now people emailing me stuff about Mr. Ponder. About how he harassed a black woman, how he took money from somebody allegedly and didn't pay them back with the deal. That's how it went. I don't think a caller would Tasha said that because Tasha would have ran on that story herself. She would have never gave another YouTuber.
But she couldn't have run on it herself because she was acting like she was his friend.
No, that was way before. When Daryl was talking about Larry, they weren't even cool like that. So again, when he kept talking about it, the person fed him the information, and they kept feeding the information because again, it's a sector of people that don't like Larry Reed, and it ain't got nothing to do with Tasha. They just can't stand Larry. It's a lot of church people that can't stand him. A lot of people from North Carolina can't stand Larry Reed. So for Daryl to be singing, be criticizing Larry Reed, somebody emailed him, and if it was Sasha, it was Sasha, but I highly doubt it was Sasha. It was emailed it that way, and that's how all that situation happened. Because if that was the case, she would have been had the accuser on the show, and she still have not interviewed that accuser. She interviewed the lawyer that don't represent the accuser. He's just a cloud chaser. So, but if
It's just weird that she just turned on him like
that's
this.
not weird. Tasha turned on daytime tea time. Tasha turned on lovely tea. Tasha turned on or all these type of people. So that's not weird. That's in her. Tasha turned on Storm. Like Tasha turns on people. That's in her. That's in her DNA. The only reason why she haven't turned against her husband and cheated on him with a better looking man is because he know how to do editing equipment. He's controllable. She can run over him and stuff like that. So again, Tasha turns against everybody that does that. She feel like it will be a come up, and she feel up she can drag, and she does that. So again, this ain't Larry ain't gonna be the first. He's not the first person she turned against, and he damn sure won't be the last person.
Wow, well, you just be careful because it's just.
That's how it is. And so when she did that, and so when the thing about Larry again, this all was out way before Tasha picked it up. Again, Daryl interviewed the accuser, and they dropped him like a bad habit. And also, the other accuser went on Bishop Whitehead. Now Daryl was in contempt of court because he kept using Larry's name. So where's all them people that will see? This is why you got to be careful going against somebody with money, because people will push you up to do it. Now that he need the help, people left him hanging. The same people said, go, do it. Now he need the funding and resources. They left the man hanging. Now when he go live, he don't have an audience. He's not even encouraged to go live because he's scared that Larry going to take the rest of his income. And then all he can deliver to the audience is Larry Reed, but he can't talk about Larry Reed because of a court order. So that's sad. Just imagine you only talk about one person, but you can't talk about that person anymore. That's a big major blow to your platform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't put all your eggs in one basket.
It is sad, and people don't go. They don't go over there and support him anymore. When he first was talking about Larry Reed, thousands of people was in the chat, 4,000 or 5,000 people, live viewers in the chat. Now that all that stuff happened, they left him like a bad habit and rejoined Larry Reed. So if you really believe, because a lot of the subscribers, they're flip floppers, so they'll be with you if it sound good and hot and bot and everything. And then once they saw that he lost the battle, guess what they went back to? Larry Reed.
Well, I used to be one to come in and ask them, questioning what he was saying because it just did not make sense. He just kept saying it. I'm like, okay, I guess if he just keep repeating himself, maybe he'll believe it. Now, as far as Larry Reed, I mean, I like Larry Reed. I listen to him too. But the way he dog preachers, I can't say that he would never do what they are accusing him of doing, because he broke stories about preachers doing stuff that people would not have expected them to do. So, in other words, I'm not putting anybody on a pedestal. Maybe he did it, maybe he didn't.
And he's still making money, still growing.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the person that started this, that brought it to YouTube? They ain't doing none.
Yeah.
See, that's why you have to be careful. And they try, oh, Wiley. What about? I said Larry didn't do it. I don't believe he did it at all. And it would have been better since for Daryl. Just imagine if he would have did a sit down interview with the person. It would have helped him out better than just having a person hidden behind a black screen. Because that makes it seem like that could have been anybody. That could have been a paid actor, right? So, and unfortunately, look how it went for Daryl. It bankrupted him. What's he going to write? It bankrupted him, right? Mm-hmm. And now when he go live, 6 people watching him. That's sad.
Yeah,
that is sad. Where all the people that was saying that Larry Reed is so guilty, they rejoined Larry.
And the other 6 people that's watching them, 4 people was on the panel with him. The other people that he had on.
And then they left him. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing nothing anymore because their whole purpose was take down Larry, and they lost.
Yeah,
that was unfortunate. That was their whole scope for their platform. We're gonna take, and they lost. Now they can't even do a platform, right? And that's sad. Just for one person, and they lost.
Yeah.
It's sad. And Larry Reed is continuing to win. let's imagine after these allegations, Larry Reed was on Kingdom Business. After these
Mhm.
allegations, he interviewed Yolanda Adams. After this allegation, he interviewed Pastor John Gray. After this allegation, he just paid for people and everything. Like he's winning, 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 and the people that
Mhm.
get against him, they're losing, losing, losing.
Yeah. 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 That's true. But what I want to say to y'all, I mean, I haven't been looking at YouTube channels, but like, during the pandemic and everything, you really didn't have anything else to do. Some of the shows they were showing reruns because they couldn't shoot the film and stuff like that.
Uh,
So all I do is look at YouTube. Oh
I
my
love it.
goodness. I get my life
I
looking at
love
all
it.
these channels.
I love it. And you watch
But
a lot of the messy channels.
I do. But you are by far my favorite. I don't know why. Well, I do not know why, but you are so funny to me.
I appreciate that because what you get over here, we don't just talk about Tasha K.
Mm-hmm.
You get a buffet of you don't know what the hell I'm gonna talk about.
I sure don't.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how the show operates, and it's good fun. Like I don't know if you seen last night's show or
I
yesterday's
did.
show,
I watch you all the time.
because that
I
show
watch
was
you all the
lit, and y'all was.
As a matter of fact, I sent you a story and you ain't talked about it.
I'm
I
sorry.
sent you a story about Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams' husband crying broke. I don't think you talked about
I
that
think I
yet.
did talk about the video because I did because he was talking about
When?
how the money. I probably like 2-3 days ago we talked
Okay, I
about
need
with
to
Will,
find it.
and that you're saying something that I hit you, and that's my fault because now I got to restream stuff because we do a 6-hour show and you
Mm-hmm.
can't miss it within them 6 or 7 hours. So
Okay, that's probably what it was.
I'm a restream that segment.
Mm.
Definitely here, but most definitely I'm gonna restream that segment.
Okay, because like I'm like, he didn't even talk about it, but then now everybody else talking about it.
Absolutely,
Like
yeah.
Kim Carr talking about, like a lot of people are talking
I
about it. And
talked about it. It
I
just
said that to Wiley a long time ago. He
yeah,
didn't even
it
talk
was just
about it.
5-6 hour content. So I'm gonna
Mm.
restrain that segment so we could definitely talk about it. Most
Okay.
definitely. Yes.
All
Thank
right. Well, you enjoy your night, Wiley.
enjoy it. Thank you so very much. Bye bye.
Bye.
And thank you. If y'all remember that when I talked about that, send me the link because I didn't forget which video I talked about it in. So send me the link in the timestamp. Send me the link in the timestamp when I talked about Wendy Williams' husband because I don't remember which video it was. Oh wow! Thank y'all so very much for tuning in to the Wiley Show. I appreciate the love that you all have been giving us. It was been great. Also, thank you all for the contributions. We do have a wish list on Amazon. We're going to be adding to the wish list. So if you want to contribute to the wish list, someone requested me get a wish list. I put it in the comments as well, and I'm gonna put it in the on the community wall on tomorrow. So I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody that has been contributing to the show. This has been great. Again, I'm gonna drop the StreamYard on here. So you have that. And then also too, we reached out to Hollywood Unlocked, and I said, because they kept sending me stuff about they owner show. They kept sending me stuff. Hollywood Unlocked kept sending me stuff about their owner show. And I said, no offense to this organization, but if I talk about the owner of Hollywood Unlocked, the owner need to come on my show, and I will be committed to talk about him for the next 6 months. And so the lady said she's going to respond, send an email back to Jaxn. So because I said, why send me emails about his show? I wasn't invited to the mixer. Some of my good friends were invited. TT Terrence was invited. Some other folks that was invited. And I would have did a better job singing gospel songs. They had a gospel artist on there. It was terrible. But if you want me to talk about him, come on the show, right? Is that right? Come on the show, right? And then your name get to go on a title, right? That's what I'm talking about. Then your name get to come on into the title. No, Larry is not guilty. Larry is not guilty. All right. So that's how that go. Come on to the show and stuff like that. Also, members, we're working on doing another live and everything like that. But check out the members. So I'll be saying stuff over there and some other stuff that I have. Cause they said everything like that. What about the fake date? I'm not adding my date to the screen. That's my date. Doesn't need to get right. Need to get in the ring. No, we don't need to get in the ring. We need to do a show. right? I will, the owner's probably watching right now. He said that people watch you and got back to tell him what was. No, he watches. The owner watches. Wiley already expressed that he intends to pretend to come on and everything like that. I said, come on the show. It ain't gonna be no promo. We're gonna come on the show and record it, and then we're gonna release it to the public. All right, because we got another show. We have somebody on and everything like that. I'm thinking about releasing it, but we are definitely stand on that. And when it comes to that, so we have already responded right there. So we thank y'all so very much for y'all support. This is a good show. They always in the bushes. Calm down. You get all hype. I ain't no calm down. Larry Reed is innocent. Wait, let's drop the link for you. You think he's guilty? If you think Larry Reed is guilty, tell me why he's guilty. Give me a sec. We got somebody that in the chat on the troll page and saying that he's guilty. That's probably Mr. Moore on the troll page. And if you feel like he's guilty, tell me why. The floor is open. While you going to talk about the floor is open. We talked about Dr. Umar. We're going to restream that after this live. We talked about Dr. Umar when he was on the Breakfast Club. We talked about Dr. Umar when he said that, alpha males need to be should have more than one wife. We talked about that. You just wasn't listening to that show. But we talked about that on Dr. Umar. Go check out that episode. It was a good episode. Go check out that episode. It was a good episode. If he's guilty, bring the evidence to the police. Thank you. Somebody said this. If he's guilty, bring the evidence to the police. Now, again, if you believe that he's guilty, here you go the link. All right. There you go. You did talk about Mistress respond to the wife. Again, she responded to the wife. Whip-de-do. I'm trying to get on the show. We in contact with the mistress. Must don't have a wife at all. Wiley, what about Patti LaBelle? Okay, let's talk about Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle was escorted off stage because of a threat. So I think Patti LaBelle did that on her team did that on herself so she can get some clout to sell some pies. Now, just because Patti LaBelle is old, I think one of her team members called into the police saying it was a threat because she didn't want to perform. She got the arthritis in her leg, and she want people to feel sorry for her and go buy her pies and go buy her cake. I don't believe that Patti LaBelle, that it was a real threat at that place at all. I think she wanted somebody to buy them patty pies and buy them diarrhea patty pies and them diarrhea cakes that she's selling at Target. So no, I don't believe that it was a real threat. Just like they used James Wright Chanel, they used that overweight man and had that overweight man promote that pie, and he should be sitting on millions. Didn't even give that man $1 million, but they gave that man a purse. No, don't give me a purse. Don't bring me over for Thanksgiving. Give me $1 million. And then Patty got her feeling said before that went viral, my pie's been selling. That was a lie. So I don't have no respect for Patti LaBelle. That old heifer got up on there and didn't even pay James Wright Chanel $1.5 million. He should be a millionaire the way he promoted them pies and it went viral. And she didn't even do that. So no, I don't have no respect for that old heifer. Because she should have did a better job helping James Wright Chanel become a millionaire. And I know I'm gonna say that. I know I'm hurting somebody feeling because y'all love Patty. Ooh, I already know that. But again, the way how she did it was wrong. Okay. So of course she just get rushed off the stage for clicks and views. That's how she got rushed off the stage. She wanted some clicks and views. She wanted people to buy them pies. You don't believe me? She doing that. She called on herself. Y'all told me to talk about it. They rushed that lady off stage. She had the flowers. And they threw them flowers. All right. So we said what we said. And I know people ain't going to like it. But this is what we do. All right. Lord Patty about the pies. Those are people who gave the family. They said this. James was coming on the stage to get his money. It is sad. They need to pay that man. That's just so wrong. They pay that man. Hopefully, and then he have to use common sense. He's so obsessed with celebrities. Get your bag. Okay. Get your money. Skip going, gave him a purse. He go a purse. A purse? Man, I shared this and made all of this stuff. Made you millions off them pads. You can't give me $1 million? Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. I said CTV already proved Dr. Reed innocent. And I think the reason why people can't get into CTV, he used so many big words. Number one, he don't get to the point. Number two, and he goes off on the people in the chat. So sometimes people want to hear him clear Larry Reed. But number one, he used so many big words. Number two, he goes off on the chat. So that's why people don't like to, don't know he innocent. Yes, Boss Lady, you live on the air.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay. So Wiley.
Hello? You said so, Wiley? You there?
Yeah, why are you taking the advice from Dr. Umar?
Excuse me? I've been on that before, Dr. Umar. A man supposed to have multiple wives.
But Dr. Umar has never been married. He doesn't have any wives.
I believe that before Dr. Umar said it.
He's not even living the example.
Oh, he's not married yet. Well, again, he got to find the right woman. Maybe he can't find the right black woman because y'all so masculine. You still there? Hello? Boss Lady?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. You were breaking up. You said Dr. Umar not married. Continue your point.
I said, yeah, Dr. Umar himself isn't married. So, and that's the problem with you guys. You take advice from men who can't even live out the
ma'am. I believe that before Dr. Umar said that, ma'am. Did you hear what I said?
You believed what?
That a man's supposed to have multiple wives. I've been believed that way before Dr. Umar opened his mouth.
Okay, but where did that belief come from?
That belief came from the motherland, Africa. Do you know anything about Africa?
Yeah, I know a lot about Africa.
Do you know anything about the Muslims that you can have more than one wife?
So you're Muslim?
No, I'm just saying that's belief. I'm just saying where they come from. You said where it come from, the Muslim faith, and also from Africa, having more than one wife.
Yes, but those men, there's a certain qualification. One of them being money and taking care of those wives.
Absolutely.
Which a lot of the men in America don't qualify for.
Well,
you can probably only afford one wife.
It's a lot. What about the women actually working and contributing too? Because it's some women that actually contributing and doing it well. They got degrees,
and that's the problem. That's the problem. You men, you want traditional benefits and have conventional values.
It's nothing wrong with that, ma'am. That's my value.
So now you want 50-50.
Are you married?
But you want somebody to stand.
Are you married? No, I don't want to be 50-50. What I'm telling you, it's the women that make money. So if I marry multiple wives and one of my wives is making $400,000 a year, she don't have to quit that job if she don't want to.
And another thing I wanted to talk about is Derrick. I think it's really sad, for him. And a lot of these men, because they get numbers mixed up with quality. And so I think what's going to happen with Derrick, because that woman is only there for his clout and his money. Once he doesn't have it anymore, then he's going to be in the manosphere like you, bitter, talking all this trash about black women being masculine.
I'm not bitter, man. Excuse me. I'm not bitter at all. Again, I don't think he's going to lose money again with this woman. She's more beautiful than his ex-wife. The ex-wife was a number 4 at best with the bonnet. I believe that, this new woman is going to take him in higher heights. I believe that she's more freaky in bed. I believe she's going to be a better author and a better public speaker. And we're going to see how this is going to go. I believe
we're going to see how high he's going to go.
Okay. Are you mad because you're not with Derrick?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't want to be with Derrick.
Are you
even though I do think the wife is weird, I do think she's weird. But the thing about it is, I feel like that she loved him And, she was there to hold him down. And I think that this idea of upgrading is going to be sad for him because, the woman, she's there. It's a business deal. And once he no longer has whatever she's there for, a lot of these men, they get confused. They think that women are naive and that she's beautiful, but she's, dumb. And he doesn't realize that, women have their agenda too. And once he doesn't have what, she's there for, he's going to be dumped. And then he's going to be yelling and talking about, crying about women in general. He's not going to take accountability about his decisions, but he's going to be crying in general.
Well, again, I believe that Derrick did a great job by divorcing a wife, getting a divorce of a wife that all she wanted to do is missionary. She had a lot of kids. She's on the truck.
How do you know what that woman want to do in bed?
She probably got a lot of stress. She probably got a lot of stress marks and all of that, and probably look bad other that. So he just probably wanted something new. There's nothing wrong with it. And that wife can get a new husband. It is what it is. They've been married. They've been high school sweethearts. And he just got tired of it. When you get tired of a car, guess what? You trade it in and you get a new one.
We'll see if it works out for him in that way. Another thing, while I got you here, you always talk about this idea of women being the weaker vessel.
Absolutely.
The Bible doesn't say that women are the weaker vessel.
It's in the Bible.
No, it doesn't. It says that women are to be honored and treated as if they were the weaker vessel. Yeah, and they're talking about physically.
They're definitely women are the weaker vessel.
And it also says, because I know, a lot of times you don't have your glasses on. So, the print in the Bible can be small, but it says that if you do not treat and honor a woman well, your prayers can go hindered. Did you see that part?
My prayers don't go hinder. And I'm gonna say it right then and there.
Well, you don't have a wife.
Women are.
You don't have a wife. It doesn't talk about
women
you
are.
Don't have a wife.
Women are the weaker vessel. And
I definitely have to have. Women are not the weaker vessel.
Hold on one second. I definitely have to get a woman that's submissive. I have to get a woman that know how to cook.
To honor a woman, I have to get.
That's the problem with a lot of women. They rush.
Women are the givers of life.
Okay, that's
fine. It also says
they
that.
give up life.
And it
says
if you don't do it, your prayers can go hindered.
You're supposed to honor them, and that's fine. But again, a lot of women, they become masculine, and just like a man is talking, you over talking them, so you would be a terrible wife. A lot of women have to honor, and when a man is speaking, a woman's supposed to keep silent.
Let me tell you, black men love you getting turned on by this. Black men love an alpha woman who can challenge them.
Hold on one second. Even Paul said a woman should keep silent in the church. So when a man is talking, a woman don't supposed to over talk a man. But go ahead, man.
Did you just mute me? Oh, you unmuted me. Black men love this. This is the thing. This westernized idea of the man being the head. Black men love an alpha woman. They love a woman that can challenge them. They love a woman that's intelligent. And they love a woman that compliments them. So all of this idea of standing, women, I said that for the women, the caller, about the weaker vessels, because I don't want any woman to think that they are weaker than a man. But all of this
women are weaker
turned on. You're getting turned on right now by me.
No, I'm not getting turned on. I don't know how you look. I'm not getting turned on by you at all.
You're getting turned on right now. You don't need to know how I look.
I need to know how you look. Can you turn your camera on? Can you turn your camera on so I can see how you look?
No, I'm not gonna turn this camera on.
So how can I get turned on? I'm just saying I want to get turned on by you. Let me see how you look.
Yes, it is. You get turned on. Men love it. Black men love. We love it. And that's where the idea comes from. The king and the queen. Black women were never this domicile idea, that westernized civilization has introduced to us. They love that equal, and we complement each other. So that's all I had to say.
I hear you, but thank you so very much for tuning in into the Wiley Show, and greatly appreciate your love. But again, women supposed to be submissive to the man, right? And that is the order of society. But because of women went to college, they got degrees, they became Fortune 500 owners, and they became Fortune 500, bosses and all of that. They decide that to be controlling of the man. But I do know, I still believe in the traditional sense of a woman. And so I'm definitely talking to a woman right now, and I told her, you got to be submissive. You got to know how to cook. You can't be talking about you got to go to school and get your degree and all of that. I come top priority in a relationship. When I walk in the room, you got to stand. All right, that's just top rate. If you don't stand, I will proceed to divorce you because again, I only want to be with a woman that is what? Submissive. All right, it is what it is. You got to be submissive. Okay. That's how that's going to be. You got to be a submissive woman. And when I say that humbly. And that's what I have to say about that. You have to be submissive. You can't overtalk. Like that woman, she overtalked the man. You can't do that if you want a good man. She's probably single, probably single. So you got to be submissive when you come into the relationship. I'm going to say it again. You got to be submissive. Submissive is key in a relationship. Submissive is key in attracting an alpha male. And so if the alpha male wants to share you with multiple wives, you as a wife must honor that request to do so. Because in the motherland in Africa, there's plenty kings and there's plenty people in Africa that have multiple wives because I am an alpha man. All right. And so I'm definitely talking to somebody right now. And again, I don't just rush in relationship. That's the problem right now. People just rush in relationship and they get all these kids, become spoiled goods, and they just don't get into a marriage. So again, when I get into my next relationship, it's going to be a marriage. Okay. And so men, I want to say again, so men can overtalk a woman. I'm going to say that again. Men can overtalk a woman. That is what it is. All right. I am definitely an alpha male. All right. Let me drop the link in here. If anybody else want to say anything else, the lines are definitely open. All right. You live on the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley. Is
Welcome
this me?
to this is you.
I meant to say, am I on? Because I don't know how to do the stream yet, but just for you, I had to do it. You know, hi everybody in the chat. I just wanted to say I've been trying to get you, but obviously, if you needed to go, I'm just very considerate. Excuse me. I was just saying in the don't be making face. I was just saying in the chat. Go ahead, Wiley. I was just saying in the chat, go ahead and entertain go ahead and cook your food and entertain your guests. I don't want to hold you because I feel like I'm holding you. You know what I mean? I'm always that person that's thinking like I don't want to hold you, but I think if you wanted to go, you would have went. But I think you're trying to, like put time in for your producers. But if you got company, go ahead and enjoy yourself.
Well, again, I'm definitely gonna enjoy myself. I got on my mask because I don't know what you got because you was coughing.
It's not, Wiley. I know I wasn't coughing. I was. It was like I was clearing my throat. I definitely don't.
I don't know that.
I was clearing my.
all the particles. So I want to make sure. Are you good? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, I can take it off. All right, I just want to make sure. Okay.
I'm not trying to get all in your business, but I mean, do you have to prepare anything that's gonna be long? Because I'm just being considerate.
I'm just throwing something in the air fryer, making some steamed broccoli. It's nothing important. They can wait.
Okay. All right.
First.
Well, since you're still on, thank you. I just felt like I was holding you up. Like I really just always be that person that's considerate. But since you're not saying anything, I'm overly considerate. I'm very thoughtful. But I guess since I'm here now, what I want to say is I really want to see Kanye get the help he needs. I'm definitely a mental health advocate, and I'm definitely advocate for mental disorders, and I just want the brother to get help. I used to have my Instagram, but because I used to communicate with you through Instagram and different people. And I'm something like you. Like, I would just go up to, like most people wouldn't go up to Kanye or different celebrities, they thinking like you may not get a response. But I feel like there are people just like me. So when I used to have my Instagram, in which I let it go, but if I still had it, I don't feel like putting all that back together. But if I still had it, I would go on his page if he's even on Instagram. And I really would like for someone to, for him to get an intervention. I think that's what you were saying, something about some rappers were going to get together and do an intervention for him. Mm-hmm. Was that right? Did I hear that right?
No, I don't think it was intervention. I think that, rappers will call him out. He needed intervention. But again, you can't force a grown man to get help that don't want help.
Yeah.
I think the intervention could be stop giving him a platform to do all that talking. Stop allowing him on your show. But again, I will allow him on my show because he's a ratings booster. Again, he's a ratings booster. And I don't even know if Kanye West is on Twitter. I think they blocked him on Twitter. I don't even know if he's on his Instagram. I think they probably blocked him.
I don't think he is either, because I mean, I wasn't looking for him back then when I was on Instagram. No, not no shade, but I just wasn't looking for him. But if I felt like, but I'm pretty sure other people have talked to him. I'm even going to give Kim a pass and say that I'm pretty sure that she loved her husband at the time when they were married. And I really do believe that she was wanting to get him help. But like you said, and I have a family member that I don't know if you remember my voice, because I kind of be incognito, but I think you remember me when I was telling you I have a family member that goes
I remember that.
But he doesn't. Yeah, and he doesn't take his medicine. Still in a situation where he's not taking his medicine, and he's with this ungodly woman that wherever he picked her up from, whatever alley, I wish he dropped her back off. And I don't mean that he really picked up from alley, but she doesn't want anyone calling him, and she just wants to isolate him. And these are the things that people, that if you're not taking your medicine, you're subjecting yourself. If he was in his right state of mind, he wouldn't even be with someone who tells him, she don't want him answering his family members' calls, anything. She's just very overprotective because he's the best thing that she ever had, that ever stayed around her. But now he's coming to his senses. But the only thing is, I will open my door to him, but I just don't want him bringing that drama, the drama with him, because she's not going to give up easy. He done went and met a real life goddamn Glenn Close, but worse. This woman is crazy. But and so early, and I'm only bringing it up because I just spoke with about him earlier with another family member, and he's in a situation where he had moved out of his place and everything with this hobo, this daggone woman, and she's nuts. I mean, like, now that she got him where she want him, is every little thing. If if you're gonna have this one calling you, if you're gonna have that one calling you, you can get out and all this. And I just don't like when people like play on someone's weaknesses when they know they got them. She feel like because he doesn't have a place to go, she's just gonna keep telling him, well, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, silly things like.
All right, thank you. All right, and so we hope.
Oh, wait a minute, you're trying to get rid of me? I'm in the middle of my car.
No, I'm saying about this with that situation. It's really, really sad. So hopefully he gets his medicine. But you have no power on the women that he like. But he don't stay with you, right? I just want to make sure.
No, it's not that I'm like, if she wasn't, so no, he don't stay with me, because I would like to, but like I said, if he comes, he already hard to deal with without his meds. But then bringing her with, like, I don't want her, like, he's really in a situation where he's really saying he's learned and he wants to get away from her. But I just don't want, like, if he comes, the drama comes with her. I mean, she'll be coming. I don't even know the woman really,
okay.
But she's like wants to isolate him pretty much. Like, she doesn't want anyone calling him, family members. She's all in his cell phone. I'm talking about that. That's where I was going off. I ain't want to go off on a tangent. So I'm just saying, if he was in his right now, he knows, though. He's saying he wants to get away from her because he's been manic when he met her before. But now he's realizing this is not what he needs, because she's telling him every little thing he does is like she's in this control position where if you don't, if you're going to answer your calls while you're out with me, what kind of sense is that if someone tells you, because you're out with me, they were at a gathering, but because you're out with me, you can't answer your phone for your family members? She just wants to control him. And if you do it again, you can get out, or anything. If you sneeze, you can get out. I'm just using that. And I don't want him being in that situation, but he kind of put himself in there. And
yes, because I
can't.
Right now, a lot of people in the chat said they don't want to hear about your story. They are just dragging you in the chat. But again, I wasn't even really thinking about them. But
right. But yeah, I don't want to. I didn't mean to go on a tangent. I was trying to keep it.
Right. No.
I'm happy to see you, and I was trying to keep. Keep it.
I'm happy to see you too, because you have a right to talk about your story, your experience with your family member. It's really, really sad. But
No, but I usually do it one-on-one with you when I can. I didn't even mean to do that because
right.
I really, it's really personal anyway. So, but I don't really give a darn what people say in the chat. But it's just that it is personal, and again, I'm considerate. But when it comes to that, if I could talk about what I want, but because this is personal, I'm gonna get off the line. Thank you. I love y'all in the
I'm
chat.
glad.
Y'all never.
You always welcome because
No,
again,
no, no. I'm gonna get
I
out because
do.
I didn't mean to even.
Oh,
You
okay.
just so easy to talk to. I didn't mean to
I'm
even
glad.
go. Oh, I kind of
I'm
forgot.
always there. I'm always there to listen because again, I love a person that tells their story because it's going
And
to
you
connect
transparent
us.
because you know you go through that. But
Absolutely.
I don't. I'm not. First of all, I'm not even looking at the chat. And secondly, though, I didn't mean. I'll apologize to you guys only because not because I care about what y'all say, but because I didn't mean to get personal because that is personal. Everybody don't want to hear that, but. I basically wanted to say, yeah, I want all people to get the help that they need. Like I said, I want to advocate for the mentally ill. All of you guys that's mentally ill and the producers, everybody. I just want everybody to be well. Thank you for hearing my story, ladies and gentlemen. And I didn't mean to go on to a tangent, but I got comfortable
No problem because you are a giver by coming on the show and never apologize.
Yeah, at least I'm calling and saying something, But I don't want to get argumentative with your producers. But at least I'm calling in. If why don't y'all call in? If y'all don't want to hear what I'm saying, why don't y'all call in and talk? Like the lines are open instead of the ones that always be in the audience want to talk about or put in the comments talking about people. If you don't like y'all call in and talk about something. I don't mean to take off over your show, Wiley. But that's why I don't even, I ignore ignorant people. I'm getting better with that. I used to worry about people, but when they ignorant, I don't care. But I'm gonna get off and somebody call in and talk about something then, instead of just being in the daggone comments, because that's silly and it's immature. We grown. But thank you. Everybody have a good one for the good ones, and for the other ones, I love y'all anyway. Hi, Wiley.
Thank you so
good night, sweetie.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. No problem. Wow, she spoke facts. She spoke facts. She said, "Don't complain when I call in if you don't call in." All right, I love that. Winter, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley, it's been a while. How are you?
It's been a while. Hello.
Good. Yeah, I was calling because I was calling about that Bishop. I mean, not Bishop. The lawyer guy.
Yes,
whatever.
ma'am.
Yeah. I saw the previous show, like when he came on or whatever, and in the comments, everybody getting on you. But I mean, it is what it is. But I was just saying that I saw him on one of Tasha K, I think the Wino podcast or something, I don't know. And I was listening to him talk, and it sounds like, I don't know, these lawyers, they know how to talk. They make it sound really like, oh yeah, like Larry Reid dropped his case and went on or whatever. And that's a case that I really don't know that much about. I'm just catching up on it. I wasn't aware of any lawsuit with Larry Reid back in the day with this blogger, whatever his name is. But I wanted to ask you, when I came on the scene, Tasha and Larry were like really cool. I don't know what happened. It just seemed like out the blue, there's now this campaign.
Because Tasha was struggling in viewership. And anytime that Tasha struggles in viewership, she picks a battle and she just wanted to drag. And she don't believe to keeping things private. Like, say for instance, you say something to her in private, she's going to say it in public. So when the employee CTV were having a conversation, Tasha was on that platform. Tasha shared that Larry stole the church's money and bought clothes and houses and jewelry, right? And she told the employee to get Conscious off the live. So she dropped Conscious off the live. Conscious called Larry. Larry went on there with Tasha Kayne, had a conversation, said, "Oh, it's not true." Then he went on Conscious TV. He did a mini press tour. He went on Conscious Live to talk about it. Then he went on Armand Wiggins. That got under Tasha K's skin. So then she dropped him like a bad habit, and she proceeded to criticize him. Once the allegations came out by Bishop Whitehead, Tasha was like, okay, I'm going to use this on my platform. And she started to use it on the platform, on her platform, and talk about those allegations all over there on her app. Mind you, her app is subscription based. It's not free, meaning you have to pay $12.99 to go on her app. And she got to keep those numbers to keep getting that amount every month. So she started dragging Larry Reed on her app. Then, because of Bishop Whitehead, she interviewed Bishop Whitehead about Larry. She started dragging Larry Reed. Then she called Larry Reed, and then she called the Bishop Whitehead, and he got her in contact with Mr. Ponder, Brian Ponder, the lawyer that I interviewed. Got in contact, and he came on the show. Now she's in contact with Mr. Ponder to actually do not just an interview with the accusers, but a sit down with the accusers. And she want to put it on her app first and then her YouTube. But you have to look at the history of Tasha. She fell out with Lovely T. We thought they were good. She fell out with Daytime Tea Time. We thought they were good. She fell out with Storm Monroe. We thought they were good. So she have a history of falling out with people. And when she fall out with people, she dragged them. She have a history of falling out with Brother Von Ray. And we had an amazing conversation with Brother Von Ray. Not going to get into it. If I get into it, it'll be with the members only. She dragged him. She even said that Von pushed Chelsea near the washing machine and took advantage of her and R-worded her. And once the public, myself, including, I'm going to speak for me, once we said this story is a bunch of bullshit, we believe Storm Monroe that you try to force this, she stopped covering. She came on an Armand Wiggins' friend podcast and said, oh no, Von didn't do this. He's a good guy. You know why she flipped her position on that? Because the public started to drag her. They didn't believe it. They didn't believe it at all. And we had an amazing conversation with Von Ray. And I may get into those details on my members only. And the reason why we can't talk about it now is because he got an order of protection with the employee. So again, to answer your question, I know I went all the way down with answer your question, but I'm not surprised that she fell out with Larry Reed.
Well, okay. I just wanted like at least a beginning timeline, because I know 1 minute they were laughing and talking, and then the next minute it was this, and I was like, where did this start? Did I miss a live or something like that? But it seemed like it just came out the blue. That's all. Yeah.
I agree. It came out the blue, but if you understand the history, you won't be shocked. I'm not shocked that they fell out. I knew that wasn't going to last. They fell out, and here we are. We are here to deal with all of this.
But see, the thing with Larry and Tasha, though, there was no fallout. Like with Lovely T, we saw the fallout. With Daytime Tea Time, we saw the fallout. I didn't see no fallout between them.
Right. So again, I'm just answering that. And then also when I was on the phone call with Tasha, the employee, and myself, she said, I'm a stop dealing with Larry, because Larry went on Armand Wiggins' platform, saying that was a lie, pretty much saying what Tasha K said wasn't the truth. Because Tasha got mad at Larry because it leaked out that she wanted to meet up with Armand Wiggins, right? And they were supposed to meet at Larry Reed's house. Did you know that?
Yeah, I remember that, and you blew it.
And we talked about it, and yeah. Larry said Armand didn't lie about that. Tasha got mad because me and her was cool. She's springing me on to defend her. So she called me. She said, I would never meet up with him. And if I see him, I'm going to throw my hands, and my husband going to throw his hand, and I'm going to stop dealing with the preacher. And I was in the break room eating my sneaker bar on this phone call. This was a couple of months back, and I knew then she about to drag Larry, and it didn't surprise me, and she dragged him. And so now Larry, maybe he was naive, maybe he want to look at the good for people. He didn't take heed of the warning, because in the Bible it said warning comes before destruction. He was getting warnings from Armand. He was getting warnings, said, man, she gonna do it. Look what she did, Larry. And so when she leaked it out that he spent the church's money, Larry should have dropped her like a bad habit, but he didn't. He said she's a good person. He didn't really believe that until she started regurgitating them allegations. Now, mind you, a lot of people ain't really talking about it like that, because Tasha is getting ready to interview them accusers, and that's going to take this to the next level. So Larry now is going to be forced to sue Tasha and the accusers, because from my source, and they don't lie, She want to do a sit down interview with those accusers, and so she's super close of getting it. And guess what? People gonna do, including myself. We're gonna sit there and we're gonna watch it.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's a secret now because she keeps saying she has a documentary coming out, PPP documentary. So she ain't hiding it. That's for
She ain't
sure.
had it, and so she need that to keep her fans entertained. And if I ask everybody in the chat, press one if Tasha K interviewed the accusers, press one. Would you watch it? Everybody in the chat, I want y'all to press one if you will watch it. Everybody in the chat will press one. They're gonna watch it. Even people that don't like Tasha is gonna tune in for that content. And we're gonna watch it and we're gonna review it, just like anything else that we would do. You know, I know it's gonna be a bunch of bull crap, but again, the fans gonna be watching it and people are going to be entertained by it. So again, Larry shouldn't have. In all hindsight, 2020, as they say, he should have never befriended Tasha.
Mm. Well, if that's the case, then that go for everybody that's been her friend and she's not cool with anymore.
Absolutely. So it is what it is, and it's sad. But if you look at her history, she fell out with a lot of. I don't know how her friendships and her personal life is, but when it comes to this YouTube stuff, oh yeah, she fell out with a lot of people.
But I'm not trying to be an advocate for her, a defender her, anything like that. But with Lovely T, that seemed like it was a personal thing. It wasn't like Tasha came out the blue on Lovely T. She didn't come out the blue on Daytime Tea Time. I remember that whole thing where she felt like Tasha did something and she had to pray. I mean, it was just it was weird. These were like weird relationships, and being that you guys don't see each other in person, it wasn't that far fetched to think that you could have a falling out. But like I said, this thing with Larry Reid, that just kind of like it's throwing me back a little bit because I remember a year ago around this time when you were going through everything, Larry and Tasha were like so cool. Like he was talking you into like giving her another chance, and like they knew each other, like they went over each other's houses and all that kind of stuff. So like I said, this one kind of surprised me because I didn't see a continuing beef. It just seemed like boom. I'm like, what the heck happened?
Well, for me, I'm not shocked at all. And you will see Tasha. She's gonna fall out with her employee. They're gonna have a falling out, and you're gonna be, oh my god, I never thought that would. It's gonna happen because you know anything about Tasha K history, she can't keep a good public relationship when it comes to a YouTube ship and all of that. So we're gonna see how that's gonna play out in the future. And so yeah,
Yeah. Okay, Wiley. Good talking to you.
good actually a great question. Thank you. Bye bye. Anybody else want to say something? I'm dropping the link. If you want to say something, they said last Christian went down in history. The YouTube streets were hot. She thinks she is an expert on everything. Wow. Her and Candace live near each other, and somebody said you live near each other, and we're seeing each other too. Absolutely, and they fell out. Yep. Wiley was standing for Tasha just a few months back. Yes, I was, but now we're not. Wiley don't want to get to the date for nothing. We doing a show. My money comes first. My show comes first. Okay, everybody else is the problem. Tasha is the victim. No, Tasha is the problem. Asa Carly knows what up like to call it pretends well. People, please, people don't talk about Tasha for clout. They talk about her because she is a train wreck, and they talk about her for clout as well. So we're gonna see how that's gonna be played out. I played my role, child, and it was time for me to play a new role. All right, this is a business. Larry blocked her number and she called him from another number. Absolutely, Larry blocked her number and she called him from another number. She did. I'm actually drinking vodka mixed with 7-Eleven fruit punch. Vodka mixed with 7-Eleven fruit punch. I want to stay on here longer with y'all because I got to be turned up because we're going to be going out. Drinking some vodka mixed with 7-Eleven fruit punch. Woo! All right, because we going out First, we gotta do. We're going out. Y'all be thinking Tasha K are friends is business? Yes, she ain't got no friends. It's business. Wally, do you check your see if your food's? No, I didn't cook my food yet. I didn't cook it yet. Wally is trying to get it into that. Yes, I am. No, I suggest tea. Right now, I'm drinking vodka and fruit punch. All right. I'm grown. Well, we thank y'all. I thought we was gonna get some more people. We've been on here for 2 hours. I wanted to entertain y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, 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 wonderful day. This was great. It is what it is. I'm enjoying it, and it's really, really good. While you were about to cry when she blocked you on Thanksgiving, when you called, no, I wasn't about to cry at all. I put on a good show. He could have hung up. Where are you going? 2:10 o'clock. Everything is closed. It's Sunday. It's a place open on Sunday. Are you watching wrestling? Or are you guys going to be wrestling? Turning up for your date. No real life friendship. Somebody having a kickback. So I'm going to a kickback. All right. So yes. Thank y'all so very much. I'm gonna see y'all in the next episode. I thought we was gonna get some more people to hit the link, but we appreciate that. This show was like 2 hours, and I appreciate the love. And also, we have a wish list. So if you're contributing to the wish list, we have a wish list. If you all want to be on the wish list, okay, this was definitely a good show. Make sure you all subscribe to the show if you can. Subscribe to the show, and we will appreciate if you subscribe to the show. All right. Thank you so very much. Wally J is still waiting for him standing up in the living room. That's powerful. Absolutely. You may be seated. All right. Thank you. Anybody else here that Diddy knew his baby mama is a married woman? I can believe I heard that she's Asian. Yeah, I heard that she's Asian. That's what I heard. I heard that she's Asian. I heard that. So, yeah, I heard that she was Asian. That's what I heard. I'm not shocked. She's getting so not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. And I told y'all that. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. It's her legs must be tired from standing. If it's, I don't know if it's 50 Cent baby mama. I'm gonna keep y'all updated. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so very much for tuning into the Wiley Show. I'm gonna see y'all in the next episode. We definitely have the wish list. I already pinned it in the comments. I will drop it again so you all can see the wish list again. Give me a second. All right, we got somebody backstage. I told y'all, come on. This is y'all show. All right. EVB, you live on the air. EVB. Y'all, come on. This is y'all show.
Wiley.
You need to mute your TV. Mute your TV so I can bring you on.
Can
you mute your TV?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yes.
I just had to troll you a little bit because on Thanksgiving, when you called Sasha, you found out you was blocked. You were upset. You was like, oh no, you blocked me. She blocked me, y'all. Should we run the tape back, Wiley?
You can run the tape back. This is clicks and views, child. I'm not worried about her blocking me. And she actually called me the other day. So I'm not worried about her blocking me. This is entertainment. You know, I never met the lady a day in my life. Would I be worried about a married woman with a mohawk? No. Absolutely. With stretch marks and a buzzed stomach with a beer belly. No, I'm not worried about that at all. That's entertainment. Like, oh my God, it's get y'all to watch. I ain't worried about being
you were
so
you're a great actor, man.
Yeah, we wish her well.
No, but you be confusing me sometimes because one day you be like, oh Tasha, she gonna win, when you be defending her and all that other crap. Then the next day you be like, Tasha K is full of crap. and she's this, that, and the third. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all frenemies,
We
pretty
not
much.
friends. This is entertainment, you guys. I'm in the business of entertaining you. I'm in the business of making you call in. I'm in the business of you commenting. Those are not
Yeah.
my friends. I only have one. I have one friend. He's a drug addict. So y'all help you get off the drugs. So, and I have another friend out in
Yeah.
Chicago. So I don't call everybody my friends. These are just associates, people, colleagues on the internet.
Now I do give it to you with that. You going your ass is about the business. That's it. The clicks and the views and
It's
your
all,
people.
it has always been about, the
Yeah,
clicks and views. So, hey,
it is what it is. I ain't mad at you. I think you're funny. I love trolling your ass, and the chat is lit.
yeah.
So
So
now, all love. Okay.
thank you so very much. Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh wow. Oh wow, baby. Okay. All right. Thank y'all so very much for the support. This has been a great show, and we're gonna see y'all in the next episode. Make sure y'all comment and subscribe. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you all. I think we over 200 million thumbs up. Appreciate it. We will see y'all in the next episode.